Hills today. We got Art, and Christina. I'm talking to the camera. And we're going to go up the Trail Canyon, and we're going up the Chattahoochee Creek Road right now. It's stormy today. And we're in the Jeep, as you can see. If I can adjust this camera, as tight as it is, you would not think that it could move it at all. But it does. Like a 36-inch pipe wrench, and I think it would move it. Building codes or anything, so you can do whatever you want.
Oh, you didn't need to get your house on the name?
What?
You didn't have to get a permit for your house?
No. There's no such thing here. It's good and bad. Because the contractors can do whatever they want to. Again. Keeps vibrating down somehow. I don't know how it moves it. I think you could tighten it up with a 36-inch pipe wrench and it would move. That place. He gave $11,000 for that little house. It didn't have any windows in anything, just a door. It's 40 foot long, I think. Oh, he's buying something. That one goes up to that canyon over there. Build all kinds of stuff up here. There's some pretty nice homes up here. There's one over there. That's the guy that runs the cement batch plant, Mike. It's a 2-story house. Cedrovitz Creek is Rodeo Drive in Lake Valley. The guy that built my garage and that little guest room, that's where he lives right there. He's in really bad shape now.
Yeah, what?
He's a bad dog. Somebody's over there at that house. Marilyn and I almost bought that house over there for $150,000. I didn't have to do anything but move in. A lot of houses up in the canyon there, David Canyon. Camera mounted like a car is a lot better than this. It stays still. Two creeks coming down there, North and South Fork, Davis Creek. There's Middle Canyon up here, the North-South Fork of that one, and North and South Fork of Chappick. And that's all the old creek running to our money.
So the people that live up here, they gotta ride on a road like this?
They gotta ride on the road like this back and forth every time. That's why I didn't buy one up here.
I don't blame them.
There's a beautiful three-story house there. Somebody coming up there. They go up here to climb down the peak. I'm not seeing anything but the hood now. Sorry about all this bouncing around, people out there.
You don't have pliers in here so we can tighten it in?
It'll break, I think. I think I just need to put a different mount on it. I don't know why. I think the one in the pickup's the same. apartment down there, bedroom, bathroom, and everything, and then you got another one, then another story. This is a nice place here. Middle Canyon. That's a beautiful drive back up in there. The road's really rough. They built a barn over here, and the wind came up and blew it down. One of them 7 foot post here, 7 foot later, another post.
Yeah.
This is a container house there. All 40-foot containers.
Like sea trains or what?
Yeah, they're all sea trains.
It is.
That guy's name is Greg. Now, when I was young, we had an old Dodge pickup at 30-something. It was an old Kern Land Company truck. It was orange. Anyway, it was had a 6-cylinder engine in it, a straight 6, flathead, and a Granny 4-speed in it. It was a 1-ton. Anyway, it this little 2-horse trailer up here, and would come all the way up here. But to tell you the truth, the roads were a lot better then than they are now. You have to remember, whether you like him or not, or whatever your opinion is of Franklin Roosevelt, that man built America. He built roads. All up, and everything from his death, this side, everything went downhill. But forest roads and stuff. They get following GPS up here and get lost. The GPS will get you killed up in this country. A lot of people got killed and lost up here, nearly lost their lives. Almost got killed right here at one time when I tribal hunter for Western Virginia. I took one of the Indians with me. And he just saw me shooting deer all the time. I said, "You want to shoot deer?" "Yeah." So anyway, I saw this deer. And I said, "We're going to creep up on that deer." And I said, "You get out and get my 30-06 rifle out." And I said, "I'll back you up." And I said, "You come around me there." And I said, "Put that bolt in that rifle real easy, because that thing had got a hair trigger on it." He slammed it in there, and it went off and burned my shirt, my coat, because it was that close to me. It caught my coat on fire. And the deer was right up on that, going up that hill up there.
You guys never got the deer?
I got the deer. I shot him. But my coat was on fire.
But didn't that spook him?
Huh?
That sound?
It spooked me. Well, he started running, and I shot him. He went right up on top of that hill there. I shot him just as he crested that hill right there. And he fell just over the other side there, just a little bit. I shot him with that 300 Magnum.
Yeah.
He wasn't going to go anyplace. It was in the winter time. This is wild apple orchard. Right down here is a water trough, right over there, where the spring goes in there.
Okay.
And there was an Indian village on top of that thing one time. And you can go up there and find arrow chips and stuff all over up there.
Now you figure the government will give the land back to them. They gave them quite a bit, but not even near
What's
enough.
that?
The government should have gave back the land, but they gave back some, but not near enough. Back to the Indians. This was
Well, Western Shoshone here,
this was all their territory before the white man came.
Well, this country was very cultivated. It wasn't like they say. The 5 civilized tribes built great plantations. When they took over those lands, they took over plantations. They didn't take over wild land. Out here now, they lived off the land and everything. Fish Lake Valley was just a maze of Indian villages all the way from one end of it to the other. And they came in and just shoved over their villages and everything else, basically took over the land. They never treated for this land. It was not treated for. That's why I was a tribal hunter up here, because it had never been treated for, and they gave them all hunting rights. They hunt fishing rights and everything, but not very many of them had a vehicle they could go in the mountains with. Hank was too old. He was 90 years old. But he still got around. He escaped one fire. He lived with me. And then they had another fire and it killed him. And the little boy got killed. We're going to shove his house over and everything, and they threw dirt in his face and said, "That's not your, get off my land, that's not your dirt, it's my dirt," and all that stuff, mistreating him and that. He was a very quiet man. He worked as a slave on the farms up here, and he took his last name, Patterson, from the guy he worked with for, basically a slave for. He worked and built Scotty's Castle down there. You know where that is. He was a brick mason. Now back up in here, we just went past the Cinnabar mine, or mercury mine, and then they had another great big one, B&B up here. When they did that movie Hombre with Paul Newman, that's where the shot was up here. Almost all that was done here. Over there's an old farm, an old ranch. See the buildings over there?
Yeah.
And old rock houses and stuff. Are you all right, Christina?
Yeah.
got to get an altimeter for this. We're about 7,500 feet right now. We're going to go up to about 9,000. Up here that nobody knew where it was but me. They had all the writings on it. I lived up here in 57, 58, and 59. In the summertime. Up at the top of this mountain where we're going. Don't like it. She wanted me to buy this because I had that handle there. I want you to buy it. It was cheaper than the FJ Cruiser. And I told her, I said, you're not going to like this thing. It's going to ride too rough that the FJ Cruiser will be a lot easier. Well, this is a lot cheaper. Let's buy it. I said, okay. I can't already get her in this thing. It rides too rough for her. I need to get up here in my chainsaw and cut some of these down trees. Here's that rock.
Is that rock?
That rock. I wanted to take a picture of you about that rock. One of them is. Anyway, this is not the real super big one. See the writings on that arch?
What kind of language is it?
What's that?
What kind of language is it?
Well, it's this sign language basically. It tells stories. It tells where the game are and how to get to it and all that. Look at me here so I can.
Oh, it's got like a picture of it. I don't know.
That means a trail right there. That means a pathway.
Okay.
And I think that's duck's feet. That there's ducks up here.
Okay.
I don't know what all it means. There's some things that try to decipher these, whether they're right or wrong. Let me get a picture of Christina here. I'm going to take a picture of you here.
Oh.
Do you want to get out or?
I can't get out this one here.
Can you? You have to pull that up and push the seat forward.
Oh.
Like that, see?
Oh. Oh, there we go.
Uh-huh. Take a picture of you here also.
Oh.
See the Indian writing? That's thousands of years old. This was a sacred place to them.
So it's just like
They would come here and camp, and their villages were near here. Well, we better jump to the next place. Pretty soon we're just going to dive down into deep gulch. And that goes down into Trail Canyon. And we'll go through Rose Canyon, where there's nothing but rose bushes. Jimmy and I came up here tracking a lion here last winter. Well, last fall, last November. There's snow all over it and everything we saw. There were 2 lions, one big one and one little one. Take a dive. Was that them up there? Was somebody there?
Yeah.
This is Trail Creek down here. Can you imagine, as we're doing all this, imagine us back in the 50s pulling a 2-horse trailer up here with hay in the back of the truck and everything else, and a tent and everything else. They drive the cattle up here and leave them up in this high country, and then they just kind of wander home. They eat that white sage there like that. That's got the best taste in it when they're from a deer or a beef or whatever, when they're fattened on that.
So it does something to the meat.
What?
It does something to the meat, which is better.
It is, it tastes different. It tastes better. We're going to cross over Trail Creek right now. Going right over the top of Trail Creek. Right there.
Oh, okay. My next question, is this road automatically, people know it's a one-way?
Well,
You ever have cars try to come?
Yeah.
How do you get across?
Well, you pull over in these pullouts like they have to back up or go forward or backwards or something. The canyon's just full of roses. This pretty? We came up here spotlighting at nighttime, Maryland and me. Can you imagine a 90-year-old and
I bet it was
an 80-year-old?
black, huh?
Huh?
Pitch black.
It's pitch black, out spotlighting looking for eyeballs for coyotes and wolves and mountain lions. We've been up and down here many times. And storming and raining and snowing. I used to like to hunt in the snow, and it's snowing or storming. there goes over there to that B&B mine where they did that movie, Hombre. That's kind of wild country over there. Now you're going to see aspens 100 foot tall or more. Just a minute. My neighbor followed us up here and he said, "Don't you take off and leave me. I'll never find my way out of here." He tried to go up here 2 or 3 times, but there's too many roads. He's pretty good in the mountains. Too many roads. See those aspens over there? There's campgrounds all down in here.
Do they have like a trail map?
Huh?
Trail map?
I've got it all in my head.
But I mean, they do make a trail map for people that want to come here and have a little.
Well, they can get one, you know, Forest Service and stuff. See those aspens over there? See how tall they are?
Oh, look at that.
Look at that.
Wow.
They're 150 feet tall.
Wow.
Starting to turn. It's starting to freeze at night. Next Saturday, I go deer hunting up here someplace.
What do they charge you for your permit?
I don't remember. I was so shocked that I got it. Got one for California and one for Nevada. Same year, the year that I'm supposed to be terminal. Wow.
It's a lake. Wow. And that comes from the snow, huh?
Yeah. Well, there's springs. There's springs up here. The water just comes out of the ground. That's where I've caught 50 and 100 fish in a day, 2 or 3 hours.
Oh, you got lots of fish in there?
What?
Oh, there.
Oh, that's a lot of fish. They're bouncing around out there right now. You can get down there up close and see them.
Yeah.
They're all over the place. That's where you saw us catching the fish, was right there in the movies. There's some big fish on the other side like that. Big. 24 inches, 30 inches. There's wild berries up here.
They're not edible, right?
Yep, they are. These wild roses, the hips off of that, you can make tea out of that. It tastes like fruit tea, and it's just full of vitamin C. I guess I can make some of that. I haven't made that for a while. About 13,000 feet there. Where you see There is no trees up so far.
Yeah.
That's up above 12,500 feet.
Because of the oxygen?
Their little trees only go up to about 12,500 feet. There's a deer right there, see?
Yeah.
Look at that. See that? They're going back up. That's a crossing right in here. Right up in there. That's the song. Look at you. I watched some deer up here. They were bucks and some does, but one buck was a 5-point and the other one was a 3-point. They had 3x3 and 5x5.
Yeah.
Oh, you got to see a deer too. Now that one there goes all the way down the other side of the mountain. That one goes over the mountain and all the way down.
Well, years ago,
Huh?
I think years ago, did they use the same trail for like, you know, cowboy days, horseback?
Yeah, but they had wagons up here and stuff, you know. And they mined all over this country. You see those big meadows down there where they were camping?
Yeah.
These are all wild roses in here. The animals eat those. There's bear up in here. And wolves. This is where I told you I saw that wolf up here that time they got after my friend Jerry Bundy. I was up on top of that ridge up there and Jerry was down here in the canyon. And he ran up on top of that ridge. I saw him down there. And that wolf got after him. He ran all the way up that mountain. I mean, ran up that mountain so he didn't have a heart attack. You were young, you know. He said, "Did you see that black wolf down there?" And I said, "I saw a black calf." He said, "It wasn't a black calf, it was a black wolf." I was on a horse, he was on foot. I had that pistol with one bullet in it. My dad said, "You never miss anyway. That's all you need." But what if it didn't kill it?
I saw a deer where I guess people are allowed to drive through this wild light. But you got to stay in the car, they tell you. Okay? Well, apparently this man and woman, they get into an argument. And she gets out of the car and starts, open the door, starts to get ready to, you know, scold him. And right about there, the car behind her caught it on video. A big old tiger, man, just grabbed her, took her in the forest.
Usually there's deer in here. That's why that 5-point and 3-point bird. I like to see them in here. I've ridden horseback on top of all those ridges. You get down, well, we're going to turn around. I want to turn around with daylight because you can see 300 miles from here.
You had to get up there with the horses.
We pulled over the trailer. You mean how do I ride up there?
Yeah.
I rode up there.
How?
In trails. Get up here, you'll see animal trails all over. I saw my dad come off that mountain up there, straight down that mountain. He had horseshoes on that horse when he left that morning, and he tore them all off. We had to pull the nails out, what was left of the shoes, and put new shoes on him. Shot that 3-point right up there, right by those bushes. I got here just a moment late. This is a wild place, I'm telling you. I lived here 3 years, 3 different years in the summer. 3 years. Right out there is where the tent was. We had a horse corral right there. There's still an old T-poster too out there where we had a T-post driven in. And the horses, we put them right in there. Then we catch a wild one, put him in the, we'd shoot him with a tranquilizer. When we caught him, put him in the trailer and take him down there and put down there by my house. And then my dad would leave me down there, and I would train the horse.
Okay. Wow.
You're in a wild place. Now let's see. I'm gonna take Mike Culp and Kathy. Mike said, I want you to take me to the wildest place there is up here. I want you to stand by that thing there so I can take a picture. I'm gonna take a picture on the camera also. Now that's the creek where I washed dishes and stuff back then. All right, now
There we go.
now let's go up here.
All right.
I want you to sign a book.
A book.
A book. Now this is wild currants up here. See, there's berries all over. See, these are wild currants. I got some of these in my yard from here. I dug them up, which isn't easy.
What's that? What's that part of a?
Oh, that is the.
That's a cow.
Oh, cow. Okay.
The cows come up here. Somebody's been back in here on a quad. There's a book right there. You can put your name in there.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, look. See?
Oh,
Today's date. What?
it's 9/2/2023. Sign my name.
See, there's wild currants all the way up here, and then elderberries and all kinds of stuff. Those are wild roses, and those wild roses are real good too. They look like cherries or something. But they ate them all off of here, whatever they are. They ate all of them.
Okay.
Anyway, that trail goes all the way up the top of that mountain. Right up there is where Troy Shipley saw that Bigfoot.
Uh-huh. That close knife.
Phil and Christina came up here with me. We walked up there about 4 miles. But that's a lot. That's where
Who comes in here and does all like the trimming to keep it trim?
What?
You know, like I saw they got.
I don't know. They might have had trail people, but see, somebody's been driving
I
in
the
here.
road we were taking. You see the trees? They were trimmed.
Oh yeah. Eddie, my friend Eddie, he's a pastor here. He comes up here and does all that.
Okay.
We're in the wilderness.
It's like Moses here in the wilderness.
Well, they were more in the desert.
What's that?
In the desert.
This isn't desert. This is alpine. This is alpine country. There's not much desert in this whole valley. This is high country. A bear will leave poop like a human.
Really?
Yeah. If you kill and skin one of them, it looks just like you got a human standing there. Now this over here, these are wild irises. That's wild irises.
Okay.
I got some of those there too.
The flowers?
They're flowers, yeah.
Oh.
And over here is a creek. That's all eaten off. The deer and everything eat this off like, and looks like a, and you can see fish in here.
Okay.
I caught a fish in here one time. That's sink like quicksand.
Yeah.
Okay. I caught a fish in there right there one time, about that long.
Really?
Yeah.
What'd you use for bait?
I had salmon eggs or worms or something. Right there's where our horses, our horse corrals are right there.
Okay.
And our tent was right here, and we had a fire right there. That's where our fire was. And then I had a that little stove, you know, a little Coleman stove.
Yeah.
That's what I cooked on.
Okay.
Well, are you enjoying yourself?
I'm gonna go use the wilderness.
I'm going to do the same thing. All right, get a picture of you in here
Okay.
in the wild country.
What are we looking for, Jim?
What's that?
What are we looking for?
That rock. The one with all the writings and the duck on it. Watch out for cactus. Right there.
Hey, watch out for cactus.
What? Yeah, watch out for the cactus.
There's a rock.
Oh. Right there.
Yeah. That's it. See the upside down duck? I was the only one who knew where this rock was for years. Probably 40 years, something like that.
Take a picture of that, sweetie. How old, Jim?
Huh?
About how old?
Thousands of years old.
That's a big block.
Yeah.
What's this signature?
No, that was probably the Indians, right?
Oh yeah, that was the Indians a long time ago. It tells where treasures are and stuff, and how to find the caches and all of that.
You know what amazes me is what did they use where the marking gets last this long?
Yeah. Well, they
What's
just
he-
picked it with a rock.
What?
Yeah, pecked on it. If you go look, there's some on the other side and some on the sides. Watch out, Christina. Watch out.
Oh.
Oh, they did.
Yes. They pecked it in. That's a petroglyph. See those horseshoe tracks? See the horseshoe tracks?
Yeah.
There weren't supposed to be any horses in this country. What's it tell you when they write down a horseshoe track? On that rock.
Where?
Horseshoe track.
Oh, is that? Oh.
You tell me there weren't horses in this country?
Oh, yeah, they were here long before.
Yeah, they were long before the Spanish brought them. The Spanish brought some too, but
How did you, it's just like they hide this.
They didn't hide it. This rock was already here.
Yeah, I know, but they,
God put it here. They just.
that goes back probably 3,000 or 4,000 years ago. When was they supposed to bring the horses here? The 1500s? Huh?
They were here before that.
Yeah, they were here before that.
Can you imagine this whole place was underwater with the flood?
Yeah, it was. There's a petrified forest down there.
We even went hiking one time. You could see seashells.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And the guy that was giving the guide tour, he gave some kind of evolution lie.
Yeah. These trees, when I was little, weren't even there. These trees were not here. They all grew up since then. The last 50, 60 years.
So what was here? Nothing?
Huh?
So it was a lot easier.
Sagebrush.
But it was a lot easier to ride your horses, right?
Well, oh, no, there were trees here, but these trees in front of that rock were not here.
Oh,
Yeah.
because it's just like,
it's kind of hidden.
There were trees all the way down in that valley, but they cut them all down for firewood and for charcoal for the mines. This is almost all of Fish Lake Valley is alpine country. This is not desert.
with a story now.
Oh, no, this is history, yeah.
What's that?
She goes, this is a story here.
Yeah.
The rock and the people that lived here before.
Yeah. I've come in here with the lion tracks were here, bear tracks, and all kinds of stuff.
I don't want to see no bear tracks.
What?
I don't want to see no bear tracks.
Well, you know, they're just the bear people.
I know. They stay over there and I'll stay over here.
Yeah. I don't want to cross tracks with them unless I'm hunting them. You know, bear meat's all right if it's not a big old boar. Well, I'll tell you what. At one time, nobody else could have showed you where. Here we are.